Before the late 1870s, the most popular form of entertainment were stage musicals. Early Broadway in New York was also on the rise, and families could have a night out at the theater. However, in 1878, a man named Edward Muybridge set up cameras and captured the first piece of film called Horse in Motion. Then, in 1891, Thomas Edison and William Dixon presented the first live motion film with their machine called the kinetoscope. 4 years later, the Lumiere brothers presented the most advanced movie camera of the time called the cinematograph, which started the biggest production race in history, the movie industry. While movies are one of the greatest pieces of art today, one thing that accompanies these are equally amazing movie soundtracks. In the 1900s, the movie industry really took off. The first film in 1903 was a 10-minute movie called The Great Train Robbery. Films before that were just random recordings and didn't really tell a story, but The Great Train Robbery did, which changed the course of future films. Movies at this time did not have spoken words, so films relied heavily on the music. One of the first composers of movie music was Camille Saint-Saëns, and in 1908 he wrote the first original film score. One of the earliest movie stars was Charlie Chaplin. Along with the music, Chaplin used physical comedy to become one of the greatest entertainers of the silent movie era. Films and movies changed in a big way in 1927 with the release of The Jazz Singer. This was the first movie that had speaking and singing to accompany the music. Over the next 3 years, these talkies became so common that by 1930, all movies used speaking with singing as well. 1939 saw another upgrade in movies as the film The Wizard of Oz introduced color. Movie musicals copied many of the same things that Broadway musicals do and have a multi-act formula. Movies also became known not just for the plot, but for their soundtracks. Soundtracks are recordings of the musical accompaniment to a movie. Another trend of movies is to take iconic Broadway shows and turn them into movies, which has always been hit or miss. Fortunately, this has led to great original musicals that were made for film first, like Singing in the Rain, La La Land, and The Greatest Showman. One of the most influential studios in movie and television history is Disney. They have left a permanent mark on the film industry with their advancements in animation, film, and 3D animation. Started by Walt Disney, their first fully animated movie was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937, and this was revolutionary for the film industry. Then Disney pushed film further in 1964 with Mary Poppins, which was the first movie to blend live action and animation. Then, in the 90s, when Pixar released Toy Story, Disney Pictures helped release the film, which once again raised the bar in the movie industry with their use of 3D animation. But not only is Disney known for their groundbreaking movies, but their memorable soundtracks. From Snow White to The Lion King to Frozen to Encanto, Disney music from their movies are among some of the most popular songs in modern music. Even if the movie isn't a musical or animated, they can still have iconic soundtracks. Movies like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Marvel movies don't just have blockbusters. Their movie soundtracks can also have renowned composers like John Williams, Danny Elfman, and more. Because many movies use an orchestra, it can be argued that soundtracks can be a new form of orchestral music. At some orchestra concerts, you can hear a full movie soundtrack that will engage audiences. There are also orchestral groups that form just to play iconic movie soundtracks. There are also movie songs that will break into the top 100. Disney in particular has had multiple movies like The Lion King, Frozen, and Encanto that have had songs make it to the top of Billboard charts. The music that is played with the movies just makes your viewing experience all that more fun and enjoyable.